All right, boys. This is the trade that I took today. I lost about 165 ticks. We're not starting off 2026 to a good win. We're starting it off to a pretty bad loss. But and there's a lot that I could learn from this trade. I don't think that my strategy is in alpha decay, but I do think that I need to touch it up a little bit. It's not really working like it was in 2025. I can't really say that from this one trade, and I do think this trade idea was pretty bad. I haven't traded in 3 weeks, so I'm a little rusty. So forgive me. So we sweep this 5 minute high on NQ market open. We get a reaction towards the downside. And another reason why I shouldn't have traded today, I feel like, is because we have all these fair value gaps here. So there's no real reaction unless we're going to the upside, which we ended up doing. But we have this bullish value gap, this 4 hour bullish value gap, and all these lows. And we sweep the 5 minute high, we get a break of structure, whatever, and then we're sort of clumping around before we end up getting a downwards reaction, right? And we also have this SMT from this 5 minute high right here. From this 5 minute high at Friday morning high to this, and then we have Friday morning. It was about 550. So yeah, making ES the leading index, right? And NQ the lagging index, so it sort of makes for an optimum entry. And if we look at ES's chart on the 1 minute time frame, around that time, we end up refilling this 1 hour bullish value gap zone with the break of structure. Now, there's two things that really went wrong with this trade. The first thing that I really feel is when we got this initial reaction, that should have been a little flag in my head. Because if we were really going to go towards the downside, how do I get the arrow? Where's the arrow? Alright, well, I'll just use this. If we were really going to go towards the downside right here, right? Go through this and then fulfill my trade ideals, right? Then we wouldn't be getting a retracement. We would just been shooting straight down. Another thing is I felt that my trade was gonna reverse once we hit this Asia low, and that wouldn't be enough profit. So it was a little greed on my end, which ended up causing me to prematurely enter, which is wrong. It's wrong. It goes against my rules. Well, there's a way that this trade could have been avoided. First, by not trading, just seeing this much zones. Second, waiting for this for value gap to get invalidated, and then maybe targeting lower lows, sort of maybe like this sort of low, or like I don't know, something on NQ, something different. Another thing is, this is sort of an ideal bullish setup. One thing NQ and ES like to do is they like to manipulate, go towards the other way that they want market to go. As you could see, we manipulate towards the downside to get people to sell off, and then we get a reaction towards the upside. So, or we retrace in the opposite direction for a little bit, and then, you know, and another good trade that I really could have taken, which market opens, we push upwards, we sweep out this 5 minute high, right? At the same time, we get an SMT from that, and we get a downwards reaction off of that low, straight low, right? If I just took this, bang, bang, that would have been a banger. 252 ticks on the day. I think I waited for a little bit too long. There was no volume. We see many retracements towards the upside, and in my head, I still think this is a good setup. If I was to grade it right now, it would probably be a B minus setup. Seeming as also my trade ideal was I wanted to enter. Whenever we swept out this 1 hour low and 4 hour bullish value gap, I wanted to put my stops to break even. So logically speaking, even if we came down here, we would have gotten break even because we would have gotten a reaction. So logically speaking, I don't I just don't think it was a good trade. There wasn't enough volume towards the downside. We were sort of manipulating towards the upside. I literally, like, completely opposite take this. This might have been, like, one of my worst trades ever. But I think there's a lot to learn. Also, we had no news for the day. So, just all of this together, I think really I might need to start back testing a little bit more, just seeing, like, my strategy work. I don't know, like, I just don't know. This is such a bad trade. I kind of don't even want to put it on the internet, but uh, damn, we're getting real reactions towards the downside. But then again, I just don't like this like clumpy price action. Like I don't want to trade that because it's you can't really predict where price is gonna go. At least in my opinion, like right here, like we didn't really get. I guess we got a retracement to this bear strategy right here. Maybe something like that we filled in, but I don't really know, man. But bums me out to start 2026 in such a way like this, literally reverse taking it. And I mean, we did get this SMT here. I don't know, bro. I don't know why we would get such a huge reaction off sweeping a 1 minute low, but I guess it's the fact that we filled in this 1 hour bull rag. Yeah, we did fill in this 1 hour bull rag zone, which gives us a sweep and then a reaction towards the upside. So it doesn't make sense. I guess an ideal entry here, just to confirm our trade, would be a sweep of these lows, right? Ka-ching. Up, up, doom, doom. But we don't get that breaking structure here. So I wouldn't have really caught that long either. Unless, like, I wanted to be a fucking demon and bottom tick over here. And then probably wait for this invalidation. Maybe over here I enter. Stops below here. Target. Maybe there. But then again, I don't enter on ES. NQ, if we look. Now, NQ looks like. See, another thing that tricks people out is we invalidated this 1 hour bullish value gap and then immediately got a reaction. So, like, I don't know. I guess we filled it in. I don't know. I guess we filled it in completely and then rocked the upside. But yeah, I mean, we took out all the upside liquidity. I think. Yeah. And then again, the London high did seem like a good liquidity point. If you think about it, we push all the way up here and we're just retracing towards the bottom to eventually take out liquidity up here. And then this 15-minute high, like, damn. I really miss this though. Like, this looks like a prime setup. Like, look, okay, look at this, right? If you look at this 15-minute chart, this, right, we're right here. This looks like liquidity. This looks like liquidity. Downside wise, there's no real liquidity. Like this Asia low is just like this bullshit. Oh, we were on the 30-minute time frame. 15-minute chart, right? This high right here looks primal. This highlight right here looks primal. This 1 hour low looks decently primal as well. This 15-minute low, it's like it looks like decent liquidity. This Asia low, there's nothing there, right? That's 5-minute low. So logically speaking, right? We gain the liquidity by going up here, and then I see sort of, I guess, I don't know, maybe this order block right here that we filled in. I guess we filled in this order block. I don't know, but I know one thing for certain: this 1 hour low is gonna get taken out, and this 15-minute low is gonna get taken out if we can invalidate the 4 hour bullish red gap. And with the volume that we're moving at, we definitely can. Right, we definitely can do that, something like that. I don't know, but for me, one trade a day is max. I do see us going down, taking out the Asia low, all that. If we can get a breaking structure of the session low, that would be really nice as well. And we're really picking up on volume. I don't know. These are primal setups in my opinion. Anyways, I appreciate y'all and I'll see y'all on Monday.